Hey guys, welcome to my live stream. Today, we will be trading London session as usual. So, yeah, let's go to the chat and see if we can grab some pips. So, the currency pair that I'm interested in today is what? Is I think NZ Canadian dollar. It's really setting up nicely. So we might have a trade there. Let's see. And the card. Well, this would have been a good trade. I missed this one. Hit a strong push right here, and the second candle followed through. Dollar, pound, yen, euro, pound, 100. So let's have a look. And the dollar Canadian dollar. And the Swiss franc. Okay, and that Swiss franc is what I meant. So this is really good. If this candle closes strong bullish, then we are taking buys, targeting this zone right here. So it closes in 8 minutes. So when you come to a chart, the first thing you do is to map out your zones. Map out your zones. That's the first thing you do. So these are like your roadmaps. So you see how many tries, look at this, came down, this level held, how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, pushed away, came back, retested, came down, then we pushed through. So when we pushed through the zone, came back, now we're starting to move up. Man, but the spread is crazy though, 5.3 pips. Look at the spread. No way oh, this is FXCM. I'll see what the spread is like in IC market. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, interesting that in IC market the spread is 1.6 pips and FXCM is 5.3 pips. That's insane. How are you gonna make money trading with this type of spread? Yeah, so we might have something to work with if this candle closes bullish. So basically how I trade is My strategy works on pretty much all pairs. What I do, I can do it in any currency pair. It doesn't matter. So I look at everything. So I cycle through multiple charts, to see where the opportunity is. Actually, I'm going to close everything and open a bunch of new charts. Open a bunch of new charts. Euro pound, euro yen, pound yen, euro Australian dollar, Australian yen, Swiss franc yen, pound Swiss franc, euro card, euro card, and then dollar Japanese yen. US Mexican pesos, US Turkish lira, what else? What else? What else? Euro Swiss franc, NZ yen, pound Canadian dollar is setting up real nice too. I think I probably have a limit order to buy this thing somewhere here. I don't know if it's triggered or not, but I'll have a look actually. Anyway, I'm just gonna open this things up. Pound Australian, Australia, New Zealand, Australia, Swiss franc, Euro, New Zealand, and then the Swiss franc. Okay. The exotic pairs, I'm just gonna leave them out. So let's have pound NZ, US Hong Kong dollar, rand Japanese yen, Swiss franc, NZ Swiss franc. Okay, it looks like we're not gonna have a trade in New Zealand Swiss franc. NZ CAD, Turkish lira, Japanese yen, and US Chinese yuan. I'll leave those ones aside. Okay, so let's map out our zones. Mapping out your zones, above and below price. Then we wait. So this is the trade that I'm hunting. I don't know if it will I don't know if I will take it though. It depends on how this candle close. If it closes strong bullish, yes, we have a trade. If it's a weak bullish close, then I'll pass on that one, but let's see how it closes. You really need to see conviction on the side of the buyers. You know, the close is not a strong close. You don't see that push. Buyers showing that they are really in control. But I mean, it could work, but I don't really want to risk money here. I don't really want to risk money. It could work, but what I was looking for, a close more like this. If it was a solid candle like this, beautiful. Solid candle like this, then we take it all the way up. But you have a candle that closes, green candle that closes without much conviction. It could work, but it's not where I want to risk money. There is no conviction in that close. Yeah, I'll pass on this one. I'll wait for something else. Let's see. Also, I'll be keeping an eye on this currency NZ card also. You can see we've hit a zone and we are losing momentum. How do you know we are losing momentum? Strong big candles coming into the zone. As soon as we hit the zones, the red candles are getting smaller. Once we get a big green candle closing like this, then we're gonna be taking this trade all the way up here. So that's what we're hunting. Let's look at all the other pairs. Uh, 2050 EMI. So I use EMAs as my I mean, I can do without them, but from my day one of starting trading, I've always had them on my chart. And if you do your statistical studies, you will know that it pays to be on the side of the moving averages. If you are taking buys, the highest probability of wins are if you are taking buys on this side. And if you are taking sells, you make sure you are doing them on this side of the moving average. So I'll just leave it at that. Go here. Another thing that I like to have on my chart is the envelope. The envelope. It tells you when buyers and sellers are getting. Man, I might take this New Zealand Canadian dollar trade. Is it New Zealand Swiss franc? Man, I'm starting to like how this thing is behaving. Let's wait for the first 15 candle to close and see what the close is like. Um, it looks like this thing is going to fly. Okay, let's wait. What is this? Euro New Zealand dollar. Man, this is the trade I should take. The same situation, but it's like the chart is flipped upside down. But the spread is insane though. This is the trade I should take. This one right here. But I don't like the location though. Look at this. Okay, I'll pass. Um, Yeah, this thing will work. This trade will work. I mean, we can take this trade up to here. This trade will work. The same situation we have in New Zealand Swiss franc, but reversed. But the difference is that this one, you see how the convictions the sellers have. You see the size of this candle. Euro New Zealand. Let's see. Where is Euro New Zealand? Euro New Zealand. Yeah, I'll see if price will pull back a little bit, man. Then I'll take this trade. Euro New Zealand sells. If we pull back a little bit, then this is a clear sell. If I enter this trade now, then it screws with my risk reward a little bit. I mean, the spread on this pair is quite high. I will be paying 2.8 pips in my platform. So taking sales here is not good. Risking 26 pips. If I let it pull back, if we can pull back all the way to here, then I'm saving myself almost 10 pips. So that will be a good thing to do, just to wait. Wait for a pullback, take the sales. Actually, this thing here, the zone we should be worried about is where we have this wick. Nothing more, nothing less. We shouldn't really be worrying about these levels here, because if you see this candle, that's the latest attempt to push down. See how this candle took out all the support, all of this, took them out. Hit this zone right here. This is the zone we should be worried about. So there are still buyers there because we came down, tapped into it, price pushed up straight away. So if we get into this trade, we will be expecting to exit before we hit this zone. So we come back to hourly chart. Yeah, so this is our target right here. So let's wait for a pullback. Actually, I'm just gonna enter a limit order. And what am I risking here? Around around 20 pips, 22 pips. So how much can I? My trade in pound card is triggered. Is it pound card or pound Canadian dollar? So pound card triggered long. So got triggered long somewhere here. Of course, my target for this trade is at least here. So my target is somewhere here. This is the target. So we are long. Now I trade a couple of strategies. So the strategy that I used to enter this trade is a more of trend following strategy. I mean, it's still the same concept that I trade when I scalp, but on a much bigger time frame. Um, this here. So we are literally still buying pullbacks in an uptrend. So with this, We add envelopes, 50 period. Let's make it 45, exponential. Okay, beautiful. So what we are doing with this particular strategy is buying pullbacks in an uptrend. So a lot of people would have learned that in trading, it depends on this what you're going for anyway. You have to design your strategy. You have to find a way to design your strategy in a way that will make it work. When I'm scalping, I use really close stops. Yeah. When I'm trading like this, I I use low leverage but wider stops. So you give your trade more room to work. If I'm scalping, there is no way I'm taking buys on red candle. Yeah, no fucking way. But um, with this strategy, because I'm using less leverage and giving my trades more room to work out, I can I can I can get away with not being precise with my entry. So essentially, what I'm going for is market moved up, we pulled back into value. So these two moving averages are my value zone. Yeah. And most of the time, my stop loss is the lower band. Why the lower band? Some people will be thinking, oh, this is too wide a stop. If you're gonna trade this strategy and you like giving your money away, well, be my guest. Take buys here and put your stop loss here. You know what you will get sometimes, price will overshoot and goes in the original direction. So instead of doing that, we're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do is we're taking buys around here, but your stop loss is around here. It's 3 pips. But the thing is, you're not gonna be using much leverage. You're not gonna be using much leverage. You might be thinking that with less leverage, you're not gonna be making money. No, you're still gonna make money. Which is it was a shock to me. Before I backtested this strategy. Before, I used to think that the only way to make money, you have to leverage up. Yeah, if you're scalping, yeah, that's true. But if you are trading other strategies also, you don't really have to have insanely high leverage to make money. Because if you are taking if you are taking if you are taking this type of trades and you are collecting, what I mean by collecting, you are winning most of the time. You just keep collecting. You just put the trade on and you collect. Yeah, you take a trade, market moves up, comes back here, you take a trade here, it overshoot, and your stop loss is here, you get taken out. Or you just keep giving your money away. So what I suggest and the solution that I found is to use extremely low leverage. But if you're trading 28 currency pair, this situation comes up all the time. Think about in the last couple of days how many opportunities you have to buy pullbacks into this trend. Think about this. All you do is just keep collecting. Use the lower band as your stop loss. So that's what I do for this particular strategy. But if I'm scalping, I'm not going to do it like this. If I'm scalping, I'm actually looking at individual candles, looking at how the candle close, looking at the range of the candles, figuring out a good value area to buy within the candle, and deciding how to manage risk. So yeah, you just have to figure out what your strategy is and figure out how you're gonna make it work. A lot of things other people preach as common sense. If you do those things, like you have to use a tight stop, if you do those things, you will keep donating your money. You keep giving your money away. You know, that's all is gonna happen. Trust me on that one. I've been there for so many years. So use extreme if you don't know how to scalp, even what I'm showing you on the screen right now. Buy pullbacks in a major uptrend. Don't even worry about candle formations. It looks like this, it looks like that. No, just make sure that the market is moving up. How do you know the market is moving up? Man, you look at this channel. Where is it pointing? It's pointing up. If the overall trajectory of the channel is pointing up, you use the value line. Two middle moving averages. I use 50 and 20 and 20. All you have to do, man, you wait for a push. It comes back in. You take a buy. And the good thing with this strategy, because your stops are wider, it gives you room to maneuver. Even if you make a mistake in your entry, you can always maneuver. It gives you room. Yeah. So anyway, I'm in this trade right now. Of course, my entry was somewhere here. I got triggered. Okay. The Euro NZ card. You see, this man. If this candle closes like this, we are taking buys. NZ Swiss franc is working out beautifully. I didn't go in though because I was skeptical about this candle. Euro New Zealand, we didn't get the retracement, but it's okay. But we've had a couple of good calls so far. Let's see. What is this? Australian New Zealand dollar. Uh, I will save this as a template. For save templates, envelope. Okay, by 15 EMI. Save as default. Okay, beautiful. Apply this. Yeah, I see this. If this candle closes, I mean, I should have been taken by somewhere here, but it's okay. Or if the candle closes like this, we still have an opportunity right there. So most New Zealand pairs are setting up right good, real good. Most New Zealand pair setting up real good. And this is a sell. Let's see. So we have a zone right here. Hit the zone, massive rejection, and price is coming down. Australian New Zealand dollar. Man, we're gonna take a sell in Australian New Zealand dollar. Take sales. How much are we risking here? 13 pips. Let's take a sell. Okay, we are in Australia, New Zealand. Let's see what happens. We are in short Australia, New Zealand dollar. Okay. Of course, our expectation is that market is going to break maybe up to somewhere here and recover. This is our target. Well, let's see how this thing unfolds. So why did I take this trade? A rejection through a zone. We hit a zone, push through, man, look at the selling pressure on that candle. Look at the selling pressure. I mean, I am late to the party. I came in late because this candle have already started moving. I don't really like to take trades once the candle have moved, but the setup is so good that I couldn't not be in this trade. So I get somewhere here or even somewhere here. Stop loss is above here. And yeah, let's see what happens. So like I said, I trade all the pairs, all of them. If there is a trade, I'm taking the trade. It doesn't matter which pair. Uh, fold. I'm just going to delete this pair. US Mexican pesos. I've never traded this. I don't even know how the pair moves. Looks like we are hitting a major zone right here. Yeah, I'll just delete this pair. I don't really trade it. Again. So you guys might be wondering what I'm doing, when I trade. So basically my bread and butter strategy is a pullback. So I trade pullback. Market moves up, pulls back, I take a buy, anticipating that market will keep moving up. This is my bread and butter strategy. Another thing that I do, I look for a ranging market. I look for a market that is doing this. I put a bracket around the market, and I'm looking for when this price come down like this, candles come down. I'm looking for candle to come down, overshoots, come all the way back up and close here, leaving a massive tail, something like this. So I trade pullback, and how do I trade within ranges? I'm looking for a rejection. As we hit a zone, we see a massive rejection like this. It could be a candle like this, or it could be what I'm looking at a zone is either something like this, or we move up, hit a zone, and we get a huge bearish candle like this. So this is essentially what I'm hunting. Came down, massive rejection, we are taking buys. We move up, hit a zone, get a strong bearish close like this, we are taking sales down to the bottom of the zone. These are my two main strategies. These are my two main strategies. So every time I come to a chart, I mark out my zones, and these are what I'm hunting for. These are what I'm hunting for. You see here, we are heading towards here, and you can see this market is not really trending. It's kind of chopping around. So if we hit this zone and we get either this or this, we have a trade. We have a trade. So that's basically what I'm hunting every day. Every day I sit down, this is what I'm hunting. Okay, you see? Strong push, you see this is trending. This market is trending. Strong push, coming back to our value zone. What do I have to look for here? Make sure we are not sitting on a higher time frame fucking zone. If you are on a higher time frame zone, not a good idea. Okay, it looks like we are rejecting. We have something here. So something here, put something here. So see this thing? Pulled up, rejected, up, rejected. It looks like we are rejecting the same area now. See? Hit it again here, rejected. Now I'm going deeper into it. Do I want to be taking buys here? No, not a good idea. So we are into deep into a higher time frame zone. I mean, the trade could work. Don't get me wrong, it could work, but I'm not too excited about it. So I'm not gonna take. I'm not. This is not where to take it. So guys, when you trade, you have to be conscious of where you are in terms of higher time frame levels. So important, because if you keep taking buys at a higher time frame zone resistance or taking sales at a higher time frame support, you keep donating money. You will be donating money consistently to the market. And one of the reasons why people trade a strategy and they are not seeing a consistent result is one of the reasons is either you are executing your strategy at a wrong time of the day. This is huge, guys. Whatever strategy you trade, make sure you are executing those strategies during trading hours with high volume. You see, when you have a high volume in the market, everything just works out beautifully, man. Your strategy set up, you put the trade on, there is volume in the market to push it your way. You know, and if you are wrong, you know quickly that you are wrong. Because market is moving. But if you are executing your strategy when market is dead, nothing is gonna happen. It's not gonna go anywhere. You put a trade on, it's not gonna go anywhere. It just chops around. It just chops around. So that's something to think about. A food for thought. A food for thought. Even something that I'm going to tell to most traders that are losing money. If you've been doing this for a while and you are losing money, one of the first thing I will tell you, I mean, this might seem counterintuitive. We come into Forex, we all want to make a lot of money as quickly as possible. Yeah. And sometimes the way we go about it is not the right way. What happens is that a lot of people, because the leverage is there in Forex, a lot of people use the leverage, overuse it. Man, if you are losing money, one thing I can tell you that if you do it today, I will say 90% chance it will turn your trading around is reduce your leverage. Trade without leverage even. If you can trade without leverage, trade without leverage. This alone will almost guarantee that you will keep collecting. Yeah. What I mean by collecting is you will be in green for the most part. Because all you have to do, without the leverage, is is you have time for a trade to work in your favor. Let me put it that way. You put leverage on with tight stop. You know, your stop is too close. It just keeps getting hit. Reduce your leverage, cut your position size, not even in half. Not even in half. cut your position size maybe by to a quarter. If you normally trade one lot, cut it down to 0.25, and it will be counterintuitive. But do this, man, and see what happens with your trading. You might think that you're not gonna make any money, but no, it's not true. You will still make money in terms of percentages. You still make good percentages every month. But the thing is, if you're planning to do this to be able to support yourself, you might be thinking, okay, you're gonna use more leverage so you can make more money, but you just keep banging your head against the wall, running in circles. Remove the leverage, trade small, use wider stop, then you will see a consistent result. So with that consistent result, you can decide what you want to do. If you need more capital, yeah. If you need more capital, you can always talk to somebody. You have the funded trader programs going on now. You can get more leverage that way. But the thing is, having a small account using the maximum leverage you can get your hands on, it will take you a long time to see good result if you do it that way. Anyway, this is my 2 cents. I mean, I still use leverage when I'm scalping, but this is because I already have, I have my strategy. I have a short-term trading strategy that I can trade effectively using leverage. You see, and even with those strategy where I put my stop, even with the high leverage where I put my stop in a place where a high percentage of the time is not gonna get hit. Yeah. So let's say where I put my stop makes it that 90% of the time I'm never taking a full loss. A full loss meaning price trading where my stop loss is placed. So you have to design your trading program that way. Otherwise, man, you keep beating your head against the wall, keep doing the same thing and over and over and over and getting the same result, which is losses after losses. So it's just something for you guys to think about. It took me a long time to to stop doing all the crazy things you read about that you should be doing when trading. It's counterintuitive, but you know. And the thing is, even when you trade, if when you reduce your leverage, all the fear, all the stress you have when you trade, when market goes against you, all those panic, everything goes away. Everything goes away. You don't even care about the outcome of it. If there is a setup, you just put the trade on. Who cares? And this is how your mind. This is how you want your mind to be functioning when you are trading. Compared to when you are leveraged to the max. Every single pip that moves against you, man, you are sweating. You are sweating bullets. You know. Like I said, when I'm scalping, I still use tight stops. Yeah, I still use tight stop loss, but I'm talking about sometimes five pips stops, 10 pips stops, 15 pips stop. But where I place those stops and how I time my entry is such that 90% of the time, even though the stops seem so close, they're not gonna get hit. So I'm hardly taking full losses, full size losses on those trades. So yeah, we might even get an opportunity to take one or two scalps, in this session, and I'll show you guys how I do it. Actually, I'm liking Euro Yen. I'm liking Euro Yen. But the thing is, I already have how many positions opened? I have one, two, three, four, five, six. I have six positions open already. I have six positions open. I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing in Euro Yen. That's for sure. I wonder how low we might retrace. We might come down all the way here. Okay, it's possible. It's possible we might retrace all the way here. Let's keep moving. See where the opportunities are. Short-term opportunities. All the trades I'm in now are swing trades. Swings meaning it lasts more than an hour. Yeah. Most of my scalps, maximum 1 hour, I'm done. If a trade doesn't work out within 1 hour, I'm done. Win, lose, break even, small loss, big loss. Never big loss. We never take a big loss. My trades are either a win, loss, good size win, good size losses, small wins, and break evens. No big losses. Price might struggle somewhere here. Otherwise, this would have been a good trade, eh? But having this structure here is a bit of a problem. So we'll keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. New Zealand dollar. So I'm short US Swiss franc. I took short somewhere here. Of course, if I'm scalping, there is no way. There is no way in the world. These are my swing trades. There is no way in the world I will be taking shots with this candle like this. Yeah. If I'm scalping, actually, I will be looking for buy opportunities. Taking buys somewhere here for us to retest this high. That's what I'll be hunting. But yeah, it's questionable whether I can do it here, right at this particular level. But I took this trade, exactly this trade, somewhere here. I executed my sales here because we hit the zone. Yeah, we are in a downtrend. You can see it in a downtrend, hit a zone, and I'm taking sales, taking it down to somewhere here. So these are my swing trades. Swing trades, I can afford to be to not try to be as precise because here I use extremely low leverage, 2 to 1 to be precise. 2 to 1 leverage, give my trades room to work. Yeah. give them room to work. I can afford to be wrong, for market to move against me a little bit, no problem. You know. Then how I manage my trade is most of the time, man. Yeah, when you trade like this, even if price goes against you, let's say I took sales. If price goes against me here, man, it's not gonna go to the moon. Price is not gonna go from here, all the way to the moon. No, it goes to here. Most of the time, it will come back, giving you an opportunity to get out at a small loss. So that's how I deal with it. When I'm scalping, of course, everything have to be precise. Everything have to be precise. Like if I'm scalping, I will probably be hunting for buys right here for a quick 5 to 10 pip scalp instead of taking sales. So that's the difference. But the thing is, when you are trading, you enter a trade, know exactly what you are trying to do. What's your plan? What exactly are you trying to do with the trade? All these things have to be decided before you put the trade on. I'm not gonna enter a scalp and market start to go against me, then I change my mind. No. Anyway, if I'm scalping, I can't afford to do that anyway. Because you use a high leverage when I scalp, so you can't really, I don't really have that luxury anyway. So everything have to be pinpoint. Everything have to be precise. Everything have to be to the precision, high precision. So let's have a look. And one thing I will encourage anybody who is planning to trade is to do the basic work. Do the basic work. Get to know. People tell you to get to know the instruments you trade. Do the basic work and understand the instrument you're trying to trade. Some people ask me, okay, what do you do to understand the instrument you trade? What do you do? I mean, for me, when I decided to stop being a cowboy, yeah, and actually do some work and started doing this thing properly. The first thing I wanted to know, man, because man, I took so much losses. Luckily for me, I played poker. Poker is one of the games that I studied really, really well. So when I came into trading, I've always known that for you to make something out of this, you have to do the work. There is no two ways about that. But I never really get around to doing that, like to sitting down and do the work. Yeah. I kept putting it off, Anyway, what happens is that I got so sick of losing. I wasn't losing anything significant because, like I said, I was a poker player and I did quite well playing poker. When I was in when I was in university, I supported myself playing cards. I supported myself playing cards, and one thing you learn is bankroll management. So getting into trading, I never really blew up, even up until today. I've never really blown up my account because I'm always conscious of managing my bankrolls properly, and yeah, it helped me a lot. But the thing is, even though I was taking a bunch of small losses, it was consistent, just losing consistently, until finally I decided to sit down and do the work. You might be asking, so how do you do the work? What do you do? Well, the first place you start is to ask yourself something like, whatever instrument you are trying to trade, start with, what is the average range? What is the average size of the ranges? Like open minus high, yeah? then you have to ask yourself, what are the sizes of the body of the candle from where we opened to where we closed? All these questions you can answer using Excel. I mean, if you don't know how to use Excel, you have a bunch of free videos on YouTube. Go on Excel, import the data, have a look at the sizes of the candles, the ranges, then what you will notice, man, this will blow your mind. Look at these things, man, the size of the ranges, then you have to start looking at things like time of the day. You will notice that through your work, at a certain time of the day, the range of the candles expand, and a certain time of the day, the ranges contract. So you have to figure out what times of the day do you see the ranges expanding consistently. So these are just the beginning of what you need to do. Once you get those ones done, it will even open your creative mind on all the so many questions you need to answer about the market. And that's how you do it. You answer one question, then another question will pop in your mind. You just keep going and going and going. And the more of these questions you answer, the more what seemed like an impossible puzzle to solve start to come together. But you absolutely have to do these things. You have to go through this thing. You can watch how people trade. Some people can tell you their strategy, but until you do the work, you really have to do the work yourself to be able to have faith in what you are doing. It's as simple as that, guys. You have to do the work. There is no two ways about it. So we missed the trade on Euro New Zealand. When I saw the setup, it was already happening, and I didn't want to chase the candle. But it was a good 22 pips trade for those who took the trade. 1 to 1, a solid 1 to 1. I missed it. But we might get this one though. You see, this one is setting up the way I planned. I imagined. Came down, started losing momentum. Price is starting to push up. Is this candle closes green like this? We are taking a trade and taking it all the way up here. So this is the plan. As a Canadian dollar. Rand Japanese yen. We hit the zone. Boom. Flipping back up. You see, this is the thing. For those who trade pullback, which is the strategies that I trade, taking a pullback trade here and you are heading towards the zone, you have to either ignore the trade, or if you take the trade, you have to be super aggressive. You don't even have enough range. This is 2 pips. You don't even have enough range to take this trade anyway. And spread is insane. I shouldn't even be looking at this. The New Zealand dollar trade still haven't moved. We're not winning much. We're not losing much either. So let's see what happens. I mean, this trade is against the trend, yeah? You can see the trend is massively up. Whenever you are trading against the trend, it's always difficult. Always difficult. So we're not gonna be greedy with this trade. If we sense any trouble, boom, we are out. Let's say if this candle turns from red and start closing green somewhere here, the trade is a scratch. We are done. So if I scalped this trade long, if I traded this when this momentum candle showed, if I took buy here, I would have been out once we hit the high of this candle. Why? If I'm even if I'm gonna take this trade, I doubt I will be taking this trade long because we are so close to this zone. But if I took this trade, I will be super conservative in terms of take profit. In somewhere here, out, right here, done. US Canadian dollar. Guys, another important thing I do when I'm trading pullback, yeah. Momentum is so important when you are trading pullback. If you are hunting sales, let's say price push down and we are pulling back into this zone and you are hunting sales. So what we are looking for is when we start approaching this zone, if you have huge momentum coming in, what is momentum? Momentum is big candles. If you had strong pushes showing big volumes coming in, once we start approaching your sell zone, ideally you want to start seeing small candles. If we have a bunch of red candles coming in like this, once we hit the zone, you want to start seeing smaller candles and having wick. It doesn't matter, but at least something that can tell you, that can confirm to you that there are selling pressure. Something that can confirm that you have selling pressure. Something like this. Smaller candle with wicks like this when you are starting to approach you where you are trying to sell. Then ideally another small candle, maybe with even smaller wick. Then this tells you that the momentum has stalled. See? When we are coming in, you have big candles. Big candle, we hit the zone, start seeing small candles. Then you can even sell this without waiting for confirmation. Or some people like to see maybe a red candle coming down like this, then you take sales. But if you don't want to wait around to see this red candle, once you start seeing a slowdown in momentum, you can take sales. No problem. Let's keep hunting. Let's keep hunting for setups. And the Swiss franc trade that I called out. Yeah, it worked out. A good 9 pips. Euro New Zealand trade. Yeah, we pushed down. Well, the thing is, we missed out on those two trades, but it's okay. All we have to do is wait. We wait. We wait for our own trade. Uh, this is a trade I might be interested in actually. This. Let's see how this green candle closes. Let's see how it closes. We are definitely making, we are definitely in a range. Broke out of the lower range. Now we are finding support, making a new range. In a range, what do? You just buy, look for a rejection at either end of the zone. You look for rejection, then you take it to the other side. That's it. We hit this zone, rejected. If this candle confirms, I take a trade up here. If we hit here, get another rejection, we take it down here again. We just play ping pong. I mean, some people don't like to play ping pong. You see how we broke out of this? We're starting to form a zone here. Once we rejected, I knew this was a buy. It's just that this green candle right here, there isn't that much conviction. Yeah, not much conviction. That's why I didn't take the trade. But I knew it may or may not work, but there is a high probability it will work. I just didn't like the setup. But this is all you do, guys. This is all you do. You wait, you have your criterias beforehand, planned out beforehand. We are not shooting from the hip. You know exactly what you're looking for when you sit down on a chart. Then you wait. If those things play out, you take a trade. If they don't play out, you wait. You wait. You get paid to wait. Yesterday was beautiful, man. Took two nice trades. One on pound yen, and what was the other one? I'll check my account. Two beautiful trades: pound yen and US Swiss franc. Pound yen and US Swiss franc. So I shorted US Swiss franc yesterday, then I bought pound yen yesterday. Two beautiful trades. The pound yen trade was beautiful, beautiful, perfect, perfect, A plus setup. And it was in New York session, so everything works that much better on New York session. So it was a scalp. So I saw this big bullish candle, checked 4 hour chart, 4 hours chart also closed. So this was around 10 a.m. my time. See the bullish candle on 4 hour chart. 1 hour chart also closed bullish. What did I do? Next candle opens right here. Wait for a pullback somewhere here. Took the trade. Took the trade. Within a few minutes, boom, 30 something pips. Close the trade. Yeah, it's true. The trade kept going. I don't care. I've taken my piece. Took the trade right here. Took it all the way to this high. 32, 33 pips. Bang. Beautiful. US Swiss franc is similar to the current trade I took in. I'm currently in Australia and New Zealand. We hit a zone, rejected at the zone. The only thing you have to do, hit the sell, smack the sell. So this is the trade right here yesterday. This was the trade. Hit this zone. Look, printed a strong rejection candle like that. Hit a zone, see this rejection, we sell in the next candle. And our target was here, where we have the next zone, right here. The first candle, our target hit, a little bit of retracement, we came down all the way here, but the wick here, no, we don't give a fuck. We've taken our piece, smiling all the way to the bank, and we are done. So two trades yesterday. One was rejection at a zone. That's what I call this trade. We hit a zone, we reject. And the pound yen trade is a pullback. It's a pullback trade. So two beautiful trades. So guys, this is what I'm talking about in terms of looking for when you hit a zone or an area where you are planning to take buys or sells. You want to start seeing small candles showing that the sellers are probably starting to exhaust. See, big candles, huge candle coming in. All of a sudden, they couldn't push down anymore. Yeah, this is what you are looking for. I'm not gonna take this trade because I'm short US Swiss franc already. I'm short US Swiss franc already. Anyway, let's see what happens. I'm not saying this will work, but it's just an example of what to look out for to know that the momentum is market is price is losing momentum. Oh, we've got a new candle. Let's see how the NZ yen closed. Yeah, looks all right. We can take a trade here. What's this? What does the 4-hour chart look like? We can take a trade and target this high. Daily chart looks all right. But there was another pair that I was looking at. This one. It could work, but I don't like when I'm trying to take a trade and you see a lot of selling pressure on the candle. Yeah. See, this is why I didn't take the other trade also. We pushed all the way to here, then it got sold down to here. I mean, this trade could work, but this type of thing doesn't give me that extra conviction to pull the trigger. Because what this tells me, buyer stepped up all the way here. You see this wick, you see this rejection. These are selling pressure. These are selling pressure. So I don't have that as the same conviction taking this trade, a trade like this. It could work, that's for sure. But I don't have the same conviction compared to look at the Euro New Zealand, for example. Yeah, look at this candle that would have triggered us to enter short. Look at this look at this red candle. This no buys whatsoever. Yeah, and the next candle, boom. Something like this, yes. I can feel more confident pulling the trigger. No problem. The spread is too high, otherwise this would have been a good scalp. Take a scalp somewhere here to here, 15 pips. Was paying 3 pips to go in and 3 pips to come out is a bit too much, huh? So we can scalp this pair. If you're trading this pair, you go for a full candle sized move. Okay, let's see how all the candles close in all the pair and see if there is anything interesting. Man, we can actually take a buy. What's the spread on my NZEN? What's the spread? 1.5 pips. Yeah, can take a buy on this then. This is not a scalp though, this is a swing. This is a swing because the spread is such a way that in my trading platform the spread is something like 1.6 pips. So I can't really scalp this for paying 1.6 pips to go in and 1.6 pips to go out. I can't scalp this. So I'm in long. So probably targeting somewhere here. 16 pips. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see if there is another trade. And this would have been a good scalp, but a good scalp short. But the spread is too much. 3 pips on my platform. A good scalp short to come down here. But the 3 pips to go in, 3 pips to come out is too much. If you do it long term, you're gonna lose money. You're not gonna make any money. The spread alone will eat you alive. Let's see if anything else set up well. My pound Canadian dollar trade is working out real good. I see we took a buy somewhere here. Now it's starting to push up. We might have a little bit of trouble somewhere here. We might have trouble breaking here. But if we break this, then most likely my target of somewhere here will be reached. So Euro Australian dollar, let's see where we are on a long-term chart. Always look at your long-term support and resistance, guys. This is another thing where if you are consistently losing money, it's an area you probably have to focus on. Yeah. No matter what your strategy is, if you consistently take sales at a higher time frame support, or you take buys at a higher time frame resistance, you're gonna keep banging your head against the wall. There is no two ways about that one. Okay, okay, guys, look at this. We might get a scalp here actually. What's the spread on this one? Euro Australian dollar. This is beautiful, guys. Okay, we might get one scalp before I close the session for today. So basically, okay, we might get some opportunity today. But this trade might take a couple of minutes to set up, though. Might take a couple of minutes to set up. But yeah, it's exactly like the trade I had on pound yen yesterday. A pullback trade, a strong push in one direction, we wait for a pullback and we take sales. Let's wait. We might get something to work with. We are we are close to long-term support, but we are not quite there yet. So which is good. The yellow zone at the bottom is a long-term support zone. Let's see. Guys, we might have an opportunity today to have one scalp. When I scalp, of course, I put the leverage on. It's not like, but I have to be super precise. That's why you see me moving down the time frames. I'm watching the 4 hour, I'm watching the daily. Yeah, I'm looking at the 4 hour chart. I'm looking at the daily chart. Hmm. See how we've came down to this zone here. Touched, we bounce. Touched, we bounce. This candle opened here. We've already moved down quite a lot. Let's see what the average daily range is. 109 pips. So every day this pair moves 109 pips. How much have we moved since we opened? About 79 pips. We've done 76 pips. Sorry, we've done 88 pips. So we have maybe another 30 pips to go. But the thing is, man, look at the strength of the push at this zone. So it's a bit riskier. It's a bit risky to be taking sales right here. It's a bit risky. It's a bit risky. In fact, to draw the zone precisely, you see where the push started on 4 hours chart. Man, look at the strength of that move. That's a lot of buying pressure. Look at that. And we are sitting right here, right now. Hmm. Okay. Always watch your zones. Does it mean that this trade is not going to work? No. But there is another problem anyway. The problem is I'm looking at all the time frames, yeah? Monitoring all the time frames, looking at all this. When I get to 5 minutes chart, we have a problem already. This is my Q zone. I'm hoping to take sales anywhere here, anywhere here, anywhere close to where we have the blue line. But already you can see this thing here, this rectangle. I will paint it something like this. This rectangle here on a 5 minutes chart. If we break this, it means we've changed structure on 5 minutes chart. If we change structure, it's not going to be as simple as just taking a cell, anymore because structure have changed. If we start to do this, I can't just take cells. Market have to change structure again for me to. We have to get something like this. Maybe get this, then get something like this. You see? So once we break through this, and if I'm going to be taking cells here, we've broken a lot of structures already on the lower time frame. So that's why once you hit a major zone, it complicates things a little bit. It's not as smooth. You see? Look at this pullback. Look at this pullback. Boom. Look at this strong push. Moved up, came down. But now you're having all this, buyers are stepping in. Yeah. We're not even making new lows anymore. Came down, pushed, couldn't even push properly. Buyers are stepping in. So for me to take sales, now we're already breaking structure and making higher highs and higher lows. So it's a bit complicated. So being that we are in this zone, so it makes this not a super high probability trade. Let me put it that way. It could work, but a lot of complications come in trying to make it work. But if we are not in a zone, this is my bread and butter. Strong push, wait for a pullback, take the trade. Let's keep cycling. See if we will catch. But I'll keep an eye on this pair and see how the man. You have to know that the lower time frame makes the higher time frame. So if you see a trade on a higher time frame, you have to move down to a lower time frame. Make sure that everything is in sync. Everything have to be in sync for the trades to work. Otherwise, otherwise, yeah, makes the trade really difficult. So this is why always mark out your zone. You map out your zone, guys. Map out your zones. If you hit a higher time frame zone, it is better not to take trades around the higher time frame zones. You see, when I saw the 4 hour close, man, I got super excited. If I didn't check the zone, I mean the trade can still work, but if I didn't take the zone, I might have got into a difficult situation. Yeah. You can see definitely buyers are, if this thing, if price takes this thing out, it means definitely buyers are stepping up. This would have been my Q zone right here. But by the time we got there, already structure have changed, which is not good. So let's keep looking, see what else is out there. But I will keep an eye on this pair, Euro Australian dollar, for sure. I'll keep an eye. Okay, momentum is coming in. This is pound yen. We might get a scalp also. You can see volume is coming in. What is volume? Volume is big candles. Guys, when you are trading the markets, what you are looking for your trade to work, you have to start looking for the big candles. That's it. Hunt the big candles, whatever setup you trade, pull back, breakout, whatever. You have to look for sessions where you get the big candles. Everything just everything just works so much easier when you have volume. So most likely, man, if this candle breaks this, then I'll see what I can do with the next candle. Once the next candle opens, you might get a quick scalp in pound. So yeah, things are starting to light up. So we have pound yen, euro Australian dollar, pound yen. I'll move them to the edge. I'll move them right here. Euro Australian dollar and pound yen. Euro yen, euro pound, US card. Man, I'm in this time, man. Of course, my rationale. These are my swing trades. Daily chart is an uptrend. Hit the zone, starting to see small candles and consolidate. Of course, my thing is we'll come back somewhere here. Will it happen exactly like this? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. If we bounce, great. If not, we move on to the next trade. But yeah, I'm in this trade. But let's see what happens. So I got in somewhere down here in profits. But let's see if, of course, like I said, in my swing account, I'm not trying to be as precise. I'm not as precise because I use low leverage, so I have more room to maneuver. That's the thing. So New Zealand US dollar, we might get something here. US card, Australian dollar. So US Swiss franc is starting to work. So I took sales somewhere here. It's starting to work. Let's see what happens. Guys, like I said, man, for most people, man, scalping is probably not gonna be suitable for you. The next best thing is to lower your leverage. Whatever stop loss you use now, lower your leverage as little as possible. Then the stop loss you currently use, multiply it by 3 or by 4. Guys, if you do this, you're gonna make money. Then all you have, if you have a really, really small account, then what you have to do to make a meaningful amount might be to, once you do this for long enough and see consistent results, just look into all these funded trader program. You look into those, man, and yeah. But if you cut your position size in a lot, cut it down a lot, I mean reducing your leverage a lot. If you do that and double or triple your stop loss size, you have to make money. You have to make money. Once you get used to that, then you can start looking for strategies that take advantage of, short-term movements like scalping. But if you are still losing money, don't worry about it. You see what I told you about Euro US? How you gauge when market is losing momentum. Big candles, hit the zone, start seeing small red candles, boom. You see? Euro Australian dollar. You see, buys are really stepping in, yeah? Buys are really stepping in. If we break this, then it means we've changed structure, making higher highs and higher lows. Then for us to take short, either we hit this zone right here, I can take short without even thinking about any other thing. Or I wait for structure to change on a lower time frame, then I take it short. Yeah, hello? Yeah, Auntie? Thank you, man. I'm okay. Thank you, man. Yeah, that's Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Ken Ken ki ne kun ke na das. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Oh, wow. In peace among themselves, or in peace with who? Are you serious? Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. What's up? What's up? What's up? Yes. 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 Yeah. Mm. A lot of that one I'm impossible anywhere. You know, more. Yeah. Mba mba m na-ekwu in terms of anyị ịtọ inwe the compound. Am I gonna? Yeah. Yes, yes, aghọtago m. Okay, yeah, yeah, aghọtago m. Yeah, yeah, aghọtago m. Yeah, yeah, aghọtago m. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Am I gonna ebe a mmadụ nọ nọ sometimes mmadụ ga na-agbagharị dị so busy a week, a month aga, a year aga, you don't even, so mana anụgo m ihe ikwu that ịma na ihe m ga-eme bụ na this year a ga-abanye m ga-atụrụ anyị dozie that place ọ bụrụ na just ịmagono na just 3 bedroom ote oke dịdị ka amagono ka emekọnata dị ya just gbaa ya fence ịmago just ihe ya ọ bụrụ wọl ya rụọ mee ihe dị standard dị oke dị ya ọ bụrụ anything dị big but just a modern bungalow then yeah, 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 okay, m na-arụ ihe na-ekwu yes, m na-arụ ihe na-ekwu mụ na mụ na Joe kpara today, mụ na Uncle Joe kpara today. Ọ just kpọọ m ya dị na-ekwu yeah, ọ kpọọ m yeah, yeah, yeah. Mụ na ya akpabeghị for a few years so ọ kpọọ m so this something ibukwa n'obi na ka nyanwa bukwa n'obi na-agwa m ya dị na-ekwu yeah, so so mana ọ na-agwa m na kami ọ na-agwa m na kami nọ na the industry na ọ bụrụ na ọ na need go the help ime anything na can easily ọ na-agwa m na kami news Uncle Kami na ọ bụrụ na need help ịrụ anything dị ya ma ime anything na kami nọkwa na the industry and I can give him a call na ọ ga-help m put all together ihe ọ bụla need ime there. So ọ ihe ọ na-ekwu anyway. uh, okay, okay. Mommy. Mm, yeah, 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 Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Ebe bụ opu ọ na-azụ ebe ahụ enweta ma mango. Okay, okay, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Hello them. Hello them. Yeah. Chinaka sị na m ada akpụ ya. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mana ilotere nke first one ahụ na ahụ. Wee nwekwa nke menụ this year. Gwa nke ọ gwa m ịmaga mụ na ya gbacha. The mente na abụrụ na o mere ihe mụ na ya kpa dị n'ọgwụ ọkụ. Na-ekwu. Yeah, nke a something else. Mana yeah, gị na mmadụ ịgba. Yeah. Within a few weeks ma a few months, no, kọrọ ihe ọzọ. Nah, man. Mm. I know. I know, of course. Yeah. Yeah.